Welcome to episode 3 of Jump Street Podcast Rewind, and today I'm going to be talking about my gap to soul grind at the Staples Center. Okay, so this story starts about 7.5 years ago. I was just new on SSM, I just got on the team, and I wanted to do something to make some noise, so I decided to come down to LA and try to get some photos in the new Haitian magazine. And you know, at that time I was doing like big tricks and I wanted to do something that was gonna get a lot of noise. So I thought of the Staples Center, you know, I was like, oh, the Staples Center is like a super famous spot. And I thought about the trick Carlos did, the gap to roll-in, which is right over here, that he did in Fruit Booter. So I was like, yeah, I was talking crazy. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna 360 into that. And I was like, and even if I don't 360 into it, I'm gonna fake you 180 into it. What happened at that point is I basically chickened out. There was no way I was gonna do it that day. Wasn't feeling it, didn't have the energy. Nerves are completely up, the spot is completely insane. And I couldn't overcome it that day. So I was super disappointed. I got everyone here filming and everyone here spectating. So I was like, you know what, maybe I could do something in the front. So I was like, come on, let's go check out the front. So everyone gets in the van and then we go around front. So let's go check it out front right now. So we came around to the front and I was thinking about all the tricks that everyone had done on it. I was thinking about Hathie's 360 Soul. I was thinking about his True Spin Porn Star, Brandon Campbell's backside fast slide, Jeff Stockwell's cess slide. And I was thinking how I could do something different because, you know, I'm trying to make some noise being on the team, trying to do something unique. And at that time I was gapping over rails a lot and disastering 2 rails and doing like a lot of gappy kind of things. So I was just naturally looking at like the gap over the rail to ledge and I was like, hey, has anyone done this? And they're like, no. So I was like, oh man, I'll try this. So I start looking at it, I start soul grinding it, and as I'm doing that, security came, kicks us out. But we're like, okay, boom, got a plan, I know I can do this. We're coming back tomorrow. So the next day comes around, and we are waiting for Bina to get off work because he's supposed to shoot the photo of it. And it's like, I get up in the morning, I'm like super hyped, my adrenaline's going. I'm like, oh man, I wanna go do it now. Like, why won't he get off work? So I'm sitting there, we're skating the P-rail for a little bit, and I can't calm down. Ate lunch, I had a few beers actually. And one of my friends was like, oh, you probably shouldn't drink too many beers. You know, you don't wanna not do the trick. I was like, no, it's cool, I got it, like, whatever, no big deal. So all this time, Bina comes back from work. It's like 3:30, 4 p.m., something like that. And we all load in the van and we head down to the Staples Center. So boom, we get here, put my skates on immediately, and I just start soul grinding it. Then I'm like skating faster, like disastering halfway down the ledge, soul grind, disastering a bit further down, soul grind. I'm gapping a few feet earlier, like 2-3 feet earlier to like fast soul grind and like trying things like this and just getting my adrenaline up really. And then when I get my adrenaline to like a point where I start feeling like I want to try it, I just start trying it. But the problem was I was skating directly at it. So hold on, if you could like see me here, like, and this is the ledge, I was skating at it like straight at it like that. So when I would gap, I would like overshoot it a little bit. And I was like gapping to like slide on like like my right foot, like sitting on the boot of my foot. And I was like, oh, okay, so my adrenaline's going. I'm like, okay, you gotta stay on the inside. So I start like, instead of skating at it, I start trying to curve at it and like kind of go parallel. I'm locking it, but I'm like going over and I'm realizing what my problem is, that I have to stay on the inside. And I'm running out of energy. I'm making the same mistake over and over again. And I'm like, oh man, you just gotta commit to one. So I just, one of them, I'm over there screaming away, having, you know, my little ceremony as I do, and I'm trying to do a trick and just screaming to myself. And then I come and I'm just like, all right, just try to stay as close to the rail as you can. So I skate at it kind of parallel. I jump over the rail and I was trying to stay on the inside and I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna make it to the ledge because I thought I stayed too much on the inside. And then I just like reached my feet over and it just kind of grabbed the ledge, and then it was like right when I locked, it was like boof, I was like on the sidewalk, and then before I knew it, like my feet dropped off the curb into the street, and I was just like, ah! I was like super stoked because it was this combination of like exhaustion, and I was just tired and stoked, but nailed the trick and got it done. And it was cool because it set the precedent for that part. That was like the first trick I got from my SSM section. It was the first photo I got for the Haitian interview, which ended up being the cover of that magazine, and ended up being one of my favorite tricks of the section at like such an epic spot. So I was really stoked we got to get that done, especially after I let everyone down the day before with the gap to Roland. And yeah, so that's the story behind that. I hope you guys enjoyed that story, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of Rewind. So stay tuned, talk to you soon, and peace.